Hi guys, it's B. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and this is step back number 49 in our Summer of Stepbacks countdown. We now have our fake logs in our fireplace. It was very exciting to watch this man set everything up. Unfortunately, he did not connect the gas line correctly, and we had a gas leak in the house. So now we have to wait another week before we use this, which is just fine because with the heat index, it's 110 degrees outside. I anticipated filming outside all the time when I thought about doing this countdown. It's gonna be like another week of intense heat before I venture back outdoors. Your girl doesn't do heat. Anyway, this video is the first of many that you're going to be seeing where the competition is so fierce. I'm actually going to need your help to help me decide which of two books is actually the one who deserves to be claiming whatever place we're in. Sometimes it's too hard for me just to make the decision, and quite frankly, I would like you to vote. I'm going to present you with two books, which I find to be quite similar. If you're watching this, it means it's at least 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the day that I've posted this video. I wait to post until the following day on Instagram, so I don't give any spoilers. So by tomorrow morning, I'm going to base whatever I end up posting in 49th place on your votes. I have two, as I mentioned, and we'll go through both of them before we decide which one ultimately gets to be number 49. Let's take a look at each of them and then decide. We'll start with Katherine Coulter's The Deception. This is the one I mentioned the other day where we've got a gold embossed eagle on the front. He or she is carrying a rose, which is also embossed. It is also embossed. You'll notice that the author and title are both embossed as well. We've got a deep, rich green. Now let's open up our step back and see what it has to offer. We have a bluff here overlooking the water with a woman in contemplation holding a horse by her side. Then in the foreground, we have again the same, I assume, beautiful woman in a lovely yellow gown. I love the pearls that have been placed at the bust, as well as all of that gorgeous lace. She's also holding a cape around herself. It appears to be velvet. You can practically feel it. And you know that our man is. I love his billowing shirt and his Richard Gere type good looks. She is looking directly at us, whereas he is looking off in the distance. This is certainly not a romantic step back, but it does present us with some intense emotion. Well, he seems to be carrying the emotion. I also love how the roses have been woven throughout this step back, and I think the red border really goes along well with the roses, which we also see on our cover. They really linked everything together. I love that. We also see that the artist here is Gregg. You may remember this special moment. This, by the way, is done by the artist Gregg or Gree in 99. I doubt it was done in 99. Let's take a peek. It was done in 99. So maybe the artist is GRE? Oh my gosh, now I'm really confused. Now we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to do some digging. Yes, I thought perhaps the artist was Gregg. It is Gregg. I know that we're all becoming very interested in the artist, which I am loving. I have a link from Sweet Savage Flame, which is a blog related to stepbacks. They talk about models, they talk about artists, all of that good stuff, and they actually talk a great deal about Gregg Gulbronson, who is this artist. He signs his first name as opposed to his last. I'm going to be linking that below, and feel free to head over to that site if you would like to learn more about the artist Gregg. So The Deception first appeared in 1983 as a Signet Regency with the title An Intimate Deception. Katherine Coulter opted to completely rewrite the story, so it's a more full-bodied historical romance with a brand new beginning and ending. Our man is the Duke of Portsmouth, who offers his half-French relative, a job as his young son's nanny. What he quickly discovers is that he wants her badly. What? What he discovers far more slowly is that she isn't at all what she seems. Evangeline is in way over her head. She has far more to cope with than a 19-year-old virgin should ever have. And to top it all off, she must play an experienced widow with a man who knows women as well as he knows his horses. Or so he thinks. Okay, let's look at the Duke and see which one we'd like better. Remember, I'm not asking you to vote based on plot, by the way. This is more the art, if you couldn't tell that already. Looking at this cover, good night. I'm already so in love. We've got hot pink foiling here. What is this, purple? Purple foiling along the bottom. And then check out this shield. I believe they're pens. They look like pens that you would write with on either side. They've also got some beautiful flowers along here. We've got buds. How neat. We also have a gold border along the side before we open it up and reveal a very similar step back. If you're seeing double, let me just help you compare quickly and we'll look at these again. You can see why I had such a difficult time deciding which one would be 49th place. In this one here, we have our woman looking off in the distance alone, but instead of a horse, she's got a flock of sheep that she seems to be tending. And then in the other side, we have a gentleman who again is staring off. She is also staring off in a completely different direction than he is, but she's not looking at us this time. I adore her gown. Oh my gosh, I love that color. Look at the ruffles at the wrist, and it looks like a shawl. It reminds me very much of a Scottish tartan. In the distance, we see an archway actually over his head, leading us to look into the sky and see that castle up high on a hill. This book, The Duke, is the new title for one of her first novels, originally titled The Generous Earl. So again, we have a book that she's completely reworked. She's changed the title to fit what the book has become since she'd rewritten it: a long, lavish historical, a love story to make your heart sing, and an extra bonus, a mystery that will keep you guessing until the last page. This is set at the beginning of the 19th century in Scotland, in Penderley Castle specifically, home of the Robertsons, who have just been dealt a terrible blow. Their new master, already an English duke, has been named the Scottish Earl of Penderley. Ian Carmichael, Duke of Portmain, is proud, aristocratic, handsome as the devil's right hand. Handsome as the devil's right hand? Okay. And kinder than any grousing Robertson has the right to expect. Brandy Robertson, the old Earl's granddaughter, takes one look at the Duke and her heart goes ballistic. Problem is, the Duke is already engaged. He's already engaged. And if that isn't bad enough, someone wants to kill him. What? One of the embittered Robertsons? There are lots of juicy suspects to choose from. Oh my gosh, this sounds so interesting. It's like an Agatha Christie. All right, so the time has come to cast your vote. Do we want the Duke or the Deception? The Duke, the Deception. I will let you cast your vote with an emoji. If you would like this one, send me a sheep emoji. But if you prefer this one, let's go with a horse. How about that? And we thought we wouldn't be voting for a little while. How much fun. Well, that's gonna do it for me. Join me tomorrow when I actually have you do this all over again. I've got two that are similar, both fantastic. I couldn't decide and I thought, let's let you guys do it because you always have such good ideas. So, and it's by an author we've never seen before, and both of the books are by the same author. So I can't wait to see your thoughts. Until then, I hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye.